So here we go. Game number 2 in a best of 3 featuring LiT Unknown and Arthritic Abathurs for Chair League Season 4, Week 8 on Braxis Holdout. Mystic, what is your favorite ban on Braxis Holdout?
Well, I know that Ragnaros his lava wave has been nerfed, but I feel like it's still pretty good on this map. And if you don't want to take that, you can always take Sulfurious Smash. And with the Molten Core, it's still really good versus the Zerg wave. So
right.
he's pretty good on this map.
I personally, I completely agree that that's probably the best ban. I love Gul'dan on this map. Gul'dan's wave clear in a defensive situation is crazy effective. Like, you can clear the whole wave in no time. All right, and Sylvanas being banned. AA does not want to deal with that mind control anymore.
And Ragnaros is banned out.
Well, LiT doesn't... I think... no, AA banned out Ragnaros last time.
To go along with that Gul'dan pick, Medic is also really good on this map. Because this map is... more lane centric, you know, the distance between the two lanes is very large, and you want to win the lane so you can take control of the point. Medic is actually really good on this map for that reason.
Yeah, I see a lot of medics. See a lot of Rexars here too. Rexar solo laning up top and then has Misha to hold the point while he soaks in lane, or like you can do a lot of weird things with Rexar on this map that you maybe can't do with other characters.
Oh, they pick up... A picks up the Vala, first pick.
All right.
Very, very solid pick.
And doesn't show anything, right? Yeah, I got an AA hero who's probably the best damage in the game right now. So? Right? Like, you literally give nothing away about the rest of your draft with a Vala pick at all. It's just, yeah, I picked Vala. Everybody in this meta picks Vala if they can.
I think from LiT Unknown, I'd like to see the Gul'dan Oriole pick. Those two are very strong. It locks in a really good healer with Gul'dan, and it locks in one of the better picks on this map with Wave Clear.
I agree, but we're going to see Zarya. Zarya is I like Zarya over Tassadar. Zarya is my favorite shielding character in the game right now. I suck at playing her. I love when you play her because your shields are clutch, and she does crazy good damage. And a Kerosene pick, who I also really like playing with on my team. I kind of wish we'd gotten Gul'dan Ariel out, but and even maybe Zarya Ariel would have worked, but then Gul'dan's probably banned, and you're probably not going to get Gul'dan. But Kerosene's a good healer. I really like the Ariel Gul'dan would have been like. And then maybe pick Zarya third, because Zarya's the worst.
Instead of strengthening their own picks, I think the Zarya was a takeaway because they're trying to take away the shielding that could potentially be used for Vala. Because if AA picked Zarya Tassadar here, that'd be a lot of shielding for the Vala.
Right. That's a good point. Okay, I can see that. Okay. ETC Malf. I mean, I'm a huge fan of ETC. Definitely my favorite tank in the game right now, currently. Right behind Diablo. Diablo will always be my number one tank, buddy. But ETC is definitely stronger than Diablo right now. I think you might be right, because they're looking at banning Tassadar. So LiT Unknown might be saying, you know what? No shields for you.
Yeah, it'd be very unfortunate for the Vala not to have that many shields.
I just wrote that in the pick slot instead of in the ban slot. Bad Liquid. All right, so AA thinking about what they want to ban here. You know what I wouldn't mind seeing banned at this point? A Muradin or a Joe. Like, take away their other tank. Or maybe a Gul'dan. If you're not going to run Gul'dan, banning Gul'dan isn't bad here. Because while Gul'dan is better with Oriole just because of the synergy, Gul'dan can run by himself. He doesn't need the dedicated healer. Ooh, the Dahaka ban. I kind of like that.
I think AA might be looking to pick up the Gul'dan for themselves because while Medic is best with Gul'dan, I think Malfurion's a pretty close second in the ability to heal Gul'dan through his like life taps.
Right. And Malf can use Innervate to augment Gul'dan.
Yeah.
I could see that. And maybe that's the idea. Dahaka is a strong solo laner on this map. Plus the global presence like gives Dahaka a huge advantage over other tanks. So I like that ban as well. LiT taking their time with these with this next set of picks.
Yeah, decide the flow of the game with these two picks. Artanis Greymane. That's a lot of damage.
That is a ton of damage.
Ooh, we do see the Probius and the KT.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't even know. Okay.
I'm excited to see this Probius. Oh, they pick up Leoric for the last pick. I'm kind of curious about that.
So here's my problem right now. Who do you think is solo laning? Because I think on Arthritic Abathurs they're going to end up putting Probius in the solo lane.
I do believe it will be Probius in the solo lane.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I've watched some high-level Probiuses play, and they basically just clear the wave. They don't really engage that much. They just clear it until they hit that level 13 power spike.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, with that said, for the red team, Arthritic Abathurs, we have Black Magic on the ETC, Night on the Malfurion, Fatty playing the Kael'thas, Daz on the Vala, and Darok on Probius.
And for LiT Unknown, we have Teddy Bear 33 on Greymane, Chaos Pigeon on Artanis, JRK on Leoric, Legion on Zarya, and Lemorin on Karazin.
You know what my concern with... Leoric is a good pick, but my concern with Leoric being the pick here is I don't know... Like, there's no huge high health characters, so you're not going to get as much value out of the... out of his drain as you normally would.
See, I was kind of confused about the Leoric pick too. Like you, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, they don't have that many high health targets, and I think they mainly picked them up for the solo lane and the entomb for the other heroes. Like KT entombed would be pretty. Yeah. Like all these heroes can be entombed. So
right. No, the entomb is very strong, especially if you can entomb into the gravity lapse into a 7-sided with Greymane just going to town and Artanis just in there like hitting stuff with his twin blades of whatever energy. So I kind of get that. We do have convection again out of KT, so we'll see how that goes. I do think Leoric is gonna bully Probius.
I think this is a skill matchup, honestly. If Leoric can get any hits on Probius, then he starts winning, but Probius can control the lane much better. Because ever since that Q nerf for Leoric, his mace hits like a wet noodle.
Right. It's definitely a lot softer than it used to be. Ooh, decent amount of damage coming out onto the Karazim, and he is dead.
A nice pickup by AA, the first kill.
Giving them a slight XP lead. I always feel like those really good kills right away just don't give you quite enough XP reward for them. Ooh, that was nice. It might be it is Zarya, so it's going to be hard to kill her, but she is taking a huge chunk of damage there. I'm definitely gonna have a talk with Black Magic after this game. I hate that skin so much on ETC. The discordant tones when he strums the guitar just drive me crazy. It drives me nuts when the pros pick it too, though. So this is not, I'm not picking on Black Magic. Just it drives me crazy. Looking for another kill and might actually pick it up, but the route's slightly off, and Greymane is going to be able to escape as well as the rest of LiT Unknown. Probius actually holding his own in this top lane. I do expect Probius to take the top beacon without a problem. A lot of damage coming out from KT and Vala, and that might possibly be a dead Zarya, yes.
Ooh.
But ETC really, really low. Able to hit his E and then power slide out on the Artanis, leaving Artanis really low. Wow. A lot of damage went out there. Couple people got low, but Arthritic Abathurs is able to control both beacons and quickly getting to 100% here. Artanis going top maybe to try and kill Probius.
Artanis is actually a lot better opponent for Probius than Leoric is.
I would agree with that 100%. Just like we have 100% wave in that top lane.
Man, Artanis, I know that you're the hierarch of the Protoss here, but I don't know if you can take on this entire Zerg wave by yourself.
I'm not sure you want to try that, buddy. And Probius just warping in pylons on, like, looks like pretty much on cooldown. Dropping his warp rifts. Probius actually, I might be becoming a Probius believer after this. One game is not statistically enough, but I might fall that way.
Yeah, that that level 9 Probius portrait showing its worth right now.
Right, absolutely. And a lot of damage coming out onto LiT Unknown. I do expect Arthritic Abathurs to pick up this fort here and probably secure.
Whoa, the Probius swap.
But he gets right out. That was impressive, and Artanis taking a lot of damage for his troubles. I do expect them to secure at least a half-level lead, and it looks like Arthritic Abathurs is doing so. ETC against down bottom lane against Leoric. Probably not going as well as ETC would have hoped. But that's okay because they got a lot of value out of that top lane push with their Zerglings. And it is time to start taking camps. And so they do. Arthritic Abathur's first one's to 7. The rest of LiT Unknown rotating around, grabbing some camps as well. And AA just doing its best to keep that XP lead they have right now. Probius is down bottom lane now, which does force Leoric to back out a little bit and go to a camp instead. Artanis looks like he may actually continue to lane against Probius. So that could be an interesting fight to watch maybe later on in the game.
Yeah, I really like the fact that AA showed that even though the first game went fairly bad, that we're not rattled. We're still going to put up a fight, but we're not just going to roll over and give up.
No, I definitely agree, and it does look like Artanis and Leoric have swapped positions, so that's good for LiT Unknown. I also like Malfurion holding his 7 choice. Maybe he'll go cleanse, maybe he won't, but he does not feel the pressure to pick that yet on the side of Arthritic Abathurs. Up, and he goes roots. Good amount of damage coming out on both teams. I'm going to say that LiT Unknown actually came out ahead in that exchange, forcing a number of people back behind the wall. But Zarya, as I say that, Zarya getting caught out and taking a huge chunk of damage.
Yeah, Convection for KT is now finished. He's going to start doing a lot more damage with those flame strikes.
Looks like ETC is at 10 stacks of his orb quest too. Of course, when he gets to 20, he gets to give his whole team a slight heal, which is always nice. Artanis was able to keep Probius off that point, securing the bottom beacon for LiT. Top beacon secured for LiT as well, and ETC going to go down as well as Leoric. Leoric, of course, can come back up much quicker and still be annoying to the rest of Arthritic Abathurs. Probius able to finally get on the beacon and stop the quick count from going to 100 to 0.
Now, for those of you thinking, hey, Probius is actually OP, actually, the weakness of Probius is that his pylons are on a fairly long cooldown, so you're going to want to target them down instead of his cannons or Probius himself. Because without those pylons, he doesn't have that much mana regen or the ability to put down cannons.
Right. I like that move we just saw while you were going over Probius a little bit. ETC moving in from the side where he was invisible, coming up, and then between ETC and Mouth just zoning everybody off the beacon. And there's the mosh pit. That should be a dead Greymane. Yes, indeed. Heroics being used across the board. Mouth's still thinking, but I'll go ahead and pop those up. And, you know, Probius popped his, too, and used Pylon Overcharge. And that's going to be 100 versus 76 Zerg Wave. Now, this is a hard choice that LiT has to make. Do they push with the 76, or do they defend from the 100? Because if they don't defend the 100, they're losing that fort, and maybe the keep wall. But Arthritic Abathur's already down to, you know, most of the little guys already gone out of that wave. So, great defense on Arthritic Abathur's side. Down on the LiT Unknown side, they have lost the front wall. But that might be all they're going to lose.
Well, the swap on a Probius might go down here. No, uses Worker Rush to get out.
Warp Rush, is that what it's called? The sprint?
Oh, Worker Rush.
Worker Rush, alright. I am not versed in my Probius skills at all. Oh! We see a bush party setting up, though. Oh, 4-man bush party just waiting to pick these guys off.
Oh, here comes the flank.
Oh, no. Oh, that's a nice
That is a very good stun by KT.
And stun, and the follow-up with the Twilight Dream. Even though both teams have 10. Oh, Palm saving, sort of saving Artanis. Lots of kills on the side of LiT for Arthritic Abathurs. That was actually a very well done ambush. Zarya going down as well. Entomb not catching anybody. At this point I wouldn't mind them. Wouldn't mind Arthritic Abathurs staying bottom and just grabbing this fort real quick. Fort first, camp after. That's all right. It's cool. They're doing their thing. We do have Graviton Surge from Zarya. Oh, it looks like they're gonna just paint the entire map red. All right. Okay. I get it. I dig it. And Mosh is now back up, so another engage could be very, very nice for Arthritic Abathurs. Probius still bottom lane, but against, it looks like 4 members of LiT Unknown, which means we could see a huge push top, keep wall going down, which is worth a ton of XP, and we'll definitely get Arthritic Abathurs 13 if this mob doesn't by itself. Just pick off a cannon, boys. 13 versus 12 is yours.
Man, Probius must be really annoying if you have so many members down here trying to take him on.
Right? There are 4 members bottom trying to take on Probius.
Suppression Pulse comes out.
There is 13 for the boys in Arthritic Abathurs. And I happen to know they're all boys, so I am okay to say that. Alright. I do expect beacon pickups here. Yep. So we're going to have Arthritic Abathurs picking up the top beacon. Probius putting pressure.
Oh, the Entomb.
Oh, this might get Probius here. Will they? Oh, so
he almost
close.
got away.
So Probius going down for the first time. Zarya and Leoric enough to stop him, but it did cost the Entomb, which is on a short cooldown, so it's not like that was a huge deal. But still, right? Like, which means Arthritic Abathurs really need to stay top and hold this beacon so they don't give a 100 to 0 wave over to LiT Unknown. If I remember correctly, it's 30 seconds to fill the beacon completely. So you really can't afford to say, all right, well, Probius is down. Let's leave the beacon. Oh, that looks like it's going to be a dead Artanis, even with the blind coming out. But that's a great Graviton Surge, catching 4 of the 5, and Artanis survives. wow. Oh, 3-man mosh pit, though. Where is the follow-up there? Yes, KT
there's the
damage,
flame
valid
strike.
damage. And that is going to be a dead Greymane. And Karazim got pretty low there.
Oh, ouch.
That was actually a great engage on both sides. It just worked out a little bit better for Arthritic Abathurs there. And Probius Vala moving in. That should be a dead Leoric. Yep. And that's going to be both beacons over to Arthritic Abathurs. They should be able to capture this and get a 100%. No problem.
I'm feeling that Probius ban in the third game.
I have to say, Darok is making me a Probius believer. Before the game, while Daz and Black Magic and I were casting the Nexus Trolls, Probius came up, and Daz said, "When you see this guy playing Probius, you will understand." I'm seeing that, witnessing it, and believing it. Now, we do have all 4 members of LiT Unknown bottom lane right now. They're gonna need to rotate top, or they're losing that keep. Because 100 to what amounts to 0 is not the situation you want coming into your keep. On the flip side, Arthritic Abathur should not be in the front of this wave, but be looking.
They're gonna take a lot of damage.
Right? Be looking to slide in and maybe, ETC can come in from the side. If only Mosh was up. I'm staring at the perfect 5-man Mosh right now, man.
Oh my! Not to go for it.
Mosh is down. My ETC heart is like crying right now. I mean, he's doing the right thing. He doesn't have Mosh.
He goes for it.
Oh, he's dead. Sorry, ETC. Get out.
Oh, Artana's saving him.
Oh, that was a nice Twilight Dream.
That entombed Leoric's team instead. That was kind of unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. And bottom lane during that whole time, Probius got the bottom fort in all the structures. So, 14 versus 16. The boys in Arthritic Abathurs like saying, "Hey, I know we lost the first game, but can we show you what's up? Because we think we can show you what's up." Oh, this should be a ton of damage from Probius onto this boss. That was a good, probably 1/6 of his health in one attack, basically. I'm a little worried, though, with a lot of LiT Unknown right there. They can rotate around to this boss pretty quickly. But no, that was a great boss take by...
now they realize, hey, wait a second, the enemy team was doing the boss.
Right? That's the worst feeling as a player. Oh, wait, what just happened? Oh, man, really? Like, that's not good. And you just...
the swap.
The 5-man mosh. The 5-man mosh.
Entomb.
There it is. 4 with the KT. Oh, this could not be better for Arthritic Abathurs. They only got the 1 kill, but so many members of LiT Unknown are low right now, and they have to deal with the boss, plus the Merc camp, plus Probius being dead. 4 members of the 5.
Greymane.
Oh, that's a lot of damage
Go
going
down.
out.
Oh, he's gonna spread those bombs.
Zarya got palm. Zarya barely surviving with that palm, but I'm expecting a keep here with this much Merc pressure, and with Artanis dead. I'm expecting a keep. And Probius is up in 2 seconds. You don't have to back yet. Put the pressure on the keep. All right, I guess we're gonna go grab beacons instead. I mean, that makes sense, right? This is the safer play and probably the smarter play. I tend to get greedy in these situations, which is probably my biggest downfall. But a little bush party, maybe? Ooh.
Those KT flame strikes and bombs are doing
Zarya
work.
so low. The bomb getting spread. Oh, but that's a nice Entomb. That's going to pick up 1 for 1, 2 for 1. There's a good trade on the side of Arthritic Abathur. Zarya really low. She is going to escape. And we're going to see another 100 to... Oh, that's a dead Greymane. That was a great slide by ETC. Probably a dead Artanis here. That's the problem. Straight up fighting Artanis is not going to give you what you need. But there is a stun into a kill. And now we have Leoric chasing Vala and KT. But 100 to 0 wave again for Arthritic Abathurs. This is definitely bottom keep. With 3 members dead on the side of LiT on that too. Like, I gotta believe they're getting keep here. Aren't they? They gotta get keep, right?
Oh, they're coming in. Mosh is up. Oh, they get the Zarya really low.
Ton of damage, ton of damage. Greymane throwing out his cocktails, looking to do damage back. But that is the keep. And we do have 16 versus 19. But 20 is not that far around. And actually, I like this decision. I know I'm greedy. Oh, I like this decision even more. Oh,
Bush party.
Oh, no. Oh, boys. You guys are dead.
Oh,
Bye, Zarya.
No.
Oh, that was the real Bush party right there, man. Oh, one-man Mosh. Not going to get a ton of value out of that because it's just Artanis. But they look like they... Yep, there's Artanis down. I expect we'll see Karazim go down here. This should... Actually, will probably be a 5-man wipe. And if so...
I mean, it's not a Bush party without a Mosh, right?
Right, you got a Mosh. If you're going to Bush party, you got a Mosh. Go core, boys. All right, so we have additional pylons now for Probius. I'm looking to see. I want to see what ETC goes here. Is he going to go Torbus? Is he going to go Death Metal? Is he going to go Bolt? We might never know. Oh, there it is. He went Storm Shield. He wants to pop that shield, keep his team in the fight.
Well, that's a really good Graviton Surge, but
Storm Shield
coming out.
A ton of value there, and that's a dead Zarya and a dead Leoric and a dead core. Game number 2, going over to Arthritic Abathurs. We have a series, boys.